Welcome, 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 welcome to Pray First Virtual Church. I have an extra special guest with us today, no other than Miss Tamishia Hunter. How you doing today, Miss Tamishia?
I'm doing amazing, Pastor Curtis. How are you today?
I'm doing incredible now that you're here with me. Look, I'm just thrilled to have you. I got the heavy hitter herself, the head hunter, the investor. Oh my gosh, you got your plaques in the background, so you know it's real. You know it's real. I'm so glad that you're able to join us today. As you know, and I told you this before, this entire month we're covering financial literacy. We're trying to teach people how to manage their finances. So we covered everything from budgeting to managing their money to how to save up, and now we're getting ready to talk about how to invest in insurance, or through insurance. And so I know that that's something that you specialize in. Me and my wife was like, who else can we call? It's like Tamisha.
I
Tamisha's one.
appreciate it.
So, but just to go ahead and hop on into it, tell us about what you do, how long you've been doing it, and give us a brief introduction of who you are.
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, thank you so much, Pastor Kurtz, for having me on today. I'm very excited to be here. I want to take the time to honor you and your amazing wife, your queen, right? First Lady Kurtz. Absolutely. Absolutely. And just thank you for opening up the opportunity for me to speak to many people. And I know that, just the conversation that we're having today is going to be able to definitely bless a lot of individuals. So I'm excited about it. So I'll
Terrific.
get
Well,
into yes.
yeah. So tell us how long have you been in the financial industry?
So I actually started in the financial services industry back in 2012.
Oh
So
wow, that's a long time ago now.
yes,
2012.
yes. So August will mark my ninth year in business. It has been an amazing journey. To be honest with you, I started in the financial industry in my early 20s.
Mm.
Didn't have a lot of background in the financial realm, right? Didn't know much about how to invest. I didn't really have a lot of knowledge on budgeting. But coming into this industry changed my perspective on just how I viewed money. And so it's been a blessing to be able to truly help people take their life from good to great.
It's amazing. Like it's all about, as you told me before, helping families, and
Yes.
that's what ministry is supposed to be about. Like the reason why we chose to do this platform and to include this in our Bible study, because we want people to be able to further not only themselves but their families for generations to come. That wise man leaves an inheritance for their kids and their kids and their kids. So we want to make sure that they're all taken care of, and the church has a responsibility to do that. And so I can think of anybody else better to bring that good information to our people. So the first question I have for you today is, how do you help families financially?
So that's a great question. So the approach that we take, and I say we, I'm speaking on behalf of the firm that I'm a part of. We take an approach, a 6-step approach, where we truly teach people how to, number one, increase their cash flow through adjusting their spending habits. Very, very important to have a budget in place. We also focus on debt management, right? We believe that it's important to definitely be the lender and not the borrower, right? Be put
Facts.
in a position to be put in a position where you can give, right? And you can be a blessing to other people. And so when you're not bound to debt, it definitely puts you in that position financially. And then we also focus on not just life insurance, Pastor Kurtz, but we really focus a lot on proper protection, helping people to have the right amount of insurance that they need to be able to protect their liabilities as well as their assets. And so
That's
when
good.
Yes, sir. And so when it comes to educating families, we take the time to really sit down and we meet people where they are. We meet people where they are financially. And what I love about our firm and what we're doing to help families, and just me as a person, how I'm helping and serving families, is that we believe in no family left behind.
Mm.
So no matter if we're sitting down with a single parent or a married couple, we're giving them that same knowledge, and most importantly, giving them the confidence to know that things are going to get better if they change their mindset and their perspective.
That's incredible. I love the fact that you're not just working with, the big dogs, but you're working with people who are just like, everyday people just trying to make it, but realize they got to make healthy financial decisions to make sure that their family is further. And so I'm that's amazing information. And most importantly, it's protecting their assets. You work so hard to get those assets. You want to make sure that not only are they protected, but you also can lead that on to other people.
Yeah.
My next question is, when is a good time to start investing? Like, is it do you have to do it early? Do you have to do it late? Is it right now? Like, tell me, when's a good time to start?
Okay. So when it comes to like, I would say it's never a perfect time to start investing. There's never a perfect time because people are all in different areas of their life, right? And so sometimes, you could be at a place in your life where maybe you were not taught how to save and how to invest, and maybe you're in your mid 50s and you're trying to figure out, is it too late? It's never too late. I believe when it comes to investing, it just takes a decision. It takes a renewed mindset. And most importantly, it takes discipline.
Yes.
It takes a high level of discipline to put yourself in a mind frame of setting up your future.
That's
And
good.
so I've been blessed to help people, as young as 18, 19, 20, right? And then I've helped people at an age of 55, 60 to be able to start investing. Now it's a cost of waiting. So the longer you wait, the unfortunate part about that is you do have to compound the amount of money that you're putting away.
That's good. I'm glad you said it. I was going to mention it, but you used the word I was going to use, which is compound interest. It could be your friend or it could be your enemy. A lot of times it's an enemy when we're dealing with debt and credit. But when if you're talking about investing, compound interest could be your best friend. And the earlier you get started, the more money you can accumulate over time. So I guess the best time to invest in summation is right now. Just go ahead and get started as soon as you can, because you want to make sure that you save as much money as possible.
Absolutely.
So what are the benefits of investing? Because you already told me that I probably should start investing now. You told me that I should be able to help my family. That's the reason why. But what are the benefits of investing?
So the benefits of investing, it puts you in a position where your money is working for you. So essentially, you don't have to really be bound by, your job, or even though we know we still have to work, don't get me wrong. But when you invest, you elevate yourself. And so now your money is making more money for you. And I would say the major benefit of investing long term is that you put yourself in a position where you never outlive your money. Because inflation is an enemy when it comes to building wealth, right?
Yes.
The cost of living will continue to rise, and unfortunately, yes, it's gonna keep going up.
It always goes up. I've never seen it go down, but yeah, it definitely goes up. So.
Yes, exactly. And so taxes is also the second enemy. Taxes will also continue to increase as well. And so a fun fact, Pastor Kirts, I always share this with my clients. During the Great Depression, taxes were at an all-time high, between 70 and 92%.
Ouch.
Yes. When I started to research this, it just changed my perspective on, why we should invest, why we should be aggressive about really saving our money, because we don't know if taxes are gonna skyrocket. Right. One thing that we can hold true is that history tends to repeat itself. Right. And so knowing that, we could get back to that place where taxes are, and I'm not a tax advisor. I can't tell you, but I'm just saying, just looking at the trends, taxes could ultimately go back up again. And so when you invest, you put yourself in a position to outpace inflation and ultimately eliminate taxes legally.
That's good. I love the fact that you mentioned the taxes. We actually did a Bible study a few weeks ago on taxes, and how to pay it, and how to, put your money aside if you have your own personal business, kind of like yourself, and how to make sure that you're protecting yourself in those interests, because the Bible says you got to run under Caesar with the Caesar. So that means give the government what the government is due. The government is due, and if you're talking, as you're talking about in the Great Depression, which was 90%, I hate to see it get back up to that rate, but in order to kind of beat taxes, sometimes you put that in places where taxes can't be taxed, and sometimes that's in the form of insurance. Sometimes it's protected; it can't be taxed until once you pulled out. So
absolutely.
So there's another way to kind of circumvent the system. So and this is why you're here, because you can tell us how it works. I love it.
Yes, sir.
one of my last and final questions is what fears do most people have about investing?
I would say the biggest fear is if an individual can be disciplined enough to invest. I think that's really what it boils down
Yeah.
to. Is the money isn't the factor, but people fear, am I gonna if I start, am I gonna continue? Am I gonna stay in the mind frame of, saving my money, even when I start, get into that place where I'm wanting to vacate or I'm wanting to do other things, am I gonna be disciplined enough to keep up with this commitment? And so over the years, I've seen that I've noticed that that's people's biggest fear. And so I always try to show people how they can take the money that they're already blowing, money that they're already spending on things that aren't really, adding to their portfolio or not accumulating wealth for them. Take that money that you're just putting away, that you're using to buy coffee every day or eat lunch, and put it somewhere where it can definitely make money for you, so you ultimately can and elevate your family and take them to the next level.
I love the fact that one more thing that you said was in the midst of everything you said was discipline. And what I like to say is you're either going to be disciplined or be disciplined. Like either you're going to discipline yourself, like and be disciplined and everything, be very meticulous in the things that you do. A little on down the line, you're going to be disciplined one way or the other. Like there's going to be some type of repercussions for what you did not do along the way. And sometimes what that looks like is if I don't save up for my retirement right now, later on down the line, I'm gonna be hurt because retirement, I'm going to want to stop working. Like whether or not you prepare right now with life insurance, and it's like, well, death is pending. There's two things that are going to be guaranteed in life: death and taxes. It's going to come, and so you might as well be prepared for when it does happen. And so that's the type of stuff that we need to know. Like we need to be very disciplined in the way that we save and the way we put my money. Now, my last and final question before I ask you if you have anything you want to share with us is personally, just between me and you, nobody else, okay?
Okay.
Which one is better, term life or whole life insurance? Because I've been having this debate with my wife, and I'm like, which one is better? Because no, we're not. We're not off. This is happening right now.
Good question. Good question. So I compare term and permanent insurance, which whole life is a form of permanent insurance, to renting or owning. So it's really not a matter of better. It really determines, or it boils down to the lifestyle that you're wanting to live. If you're wanting to rent your future, right, and live more, or if you're wanting to have some ownership, right, and you're thinking more on the long-term end. So when it comes to permanent life insurance, the one major benefit is the tax benefit, right? Because you are able to ultimately save money in a permanent policy. You're sheltering your savings, is being sheltered from taxes. And ultimately, the next biggest benefit is that your premium over time is staying the same. So when it comes to comparing the two, it really boils down to affordability and lifestyle. Right. And it's just like when you rent versus when you own a home. It boils down to affordability and the lifestyle that you want.
That's not bad. Okay, so which one would be renting and which one would be buying? Is term insurance more renting and is whole life more buying because of the long-term investing and how long it lasts? And term is more of a short time because it's renting.
Yes, sir. So term insurance is more short-term. And there's no value accumulation. So there's really no long-term gain. The only way you benefit from a term policy is if you pass away. Right? Your family benefits. So that's one great benefit from having insurance. But with the permanent insurance, you actually put yourself in a position where you can live off of the savings that's accumulating inside of your life insurance. Okay. So it's definitely I'm geared more towards the permanent insurance.
I see. Yeah.
Right? If you have that long-term mindset, a permanent policy is ideal for you.
Well, of course, we know that each one of these things is pretty much dictated on the individual, and that's why it's very important. If you have any questions about these things, please go see Tamishia Hunter. I promise you, she's not going to steer you wrong. Me and my wife, we trust her with our finances. She's set us up before, so if you want somebody to come and help you out, please see her. Okay, she's going to help you out. It's no problem. Look, so anything you want to share with the people before we end this live?
Sure. I'll just say, the final message that I want to leave each and every one of you with is start today. it's so easy to put off the things that we should do, right? The things that are important to us, it's easy just to kind of brush it to the side, but you just never know, right? When your back is going to be against the wall, you never know when your life is going to take a shift and things may change. And so if there's any message I could give each and every one of you, really start putting money away. Sit down with a financial professional and put together a financial plan that's going to benefit you so that you can put your family in a position to be at the head of the table.
I love it. I love it. So if people want to get in contact with you, how can they get in contact with you?
So they can actually contact me several ways. So if you personally would like to email me, my email address is thunter. So that's THUNTERWFG@gmail.com. Again, that's THUNTERWFG@gmail.com. And you can also follow me on Facebook. All you have to do is put my name in a search button, Tamishia Hunter. I keep it simple, right? No nicknames. Just Tamishia Hunter in the search button, and you could find me there. And then if you're connected on Instagram, you could find me by just putting THunterWFG. So those are some of the ways that I can be contacted, and I'm here to serve. And I look forward to speaking with anyone who reaches out.
See, that's just what we need. We need to connect the body so people can find and get good information. You love Jesus and you love helping family. I promise you, she's going to help you out. So thank you so much, Tamishia. We just love you so much. Thank you once again. And to all my people who are out there, remember always to pray first and to pray often. God bless you.
Amen.